Oh god. The horrors. Oh no. Bang. Ah. It's obviously a very obvious crime, as it is perfectly clear that Gina has killed Mr. Windybank. Probably 30 minutes. There we go. It is Gina. And she obviously shot Mr. Windybank. Obviously. That's why she's lying unconscious in this room. Obviously. Yep, we read that yesterday. Yep. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. Yes. So welcome to the Ace Attorney Chronicles, which is basically 2 Ace Attorney games into one. This is the 5th case and last case of the first game in this Chronicles. Basically, we are living at the same place as Sherlock Holmes, which is called Sherlock Sholmes in this for obvious reasons because copyright. And we are still kind of a new lawyer and the ancestor to Phoenix Wright. And we came from Japan together with someone we know and also helps us. Here, we moved into the attic of Sherlock Sholmes' apartment after we did a few court cases in England. So we are basically here in England to study this. Actually, our friend wanted to study lawyerism. Lawyerism isn't a word, but anyway. But sadly, our friend died on the travel here. Is there any chance I could design something for you if you don't mind? At this current moment, sadly not. I'm sorry. I'm currently doing quite fine with the current stuff I have. But thank you for asking. And we were here. There's a pawnbrokery in the same street where people bring like stuff, important stuff there because it is secure there, where they can buy it back with interest. And they use it like a bank's vault there. And we went there and had like some talks, blah, 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 just that. And now, after night, we have now the problem that Gina, which is a minor who also lives on the street, therefore she's also a pickpocket. She was also kind of involved in a case previously. And yeah, we basically found her in the pawnbrokery, and the owner, Mr. Windybank, is dead, I guess, I would say. It looked like he was shot. There was blood on the floor. And yeah, she was also there, knocked out with the gun in her hand. But it's pretty clear it wasn't her because she's not a murderer. We know that. She's a pickpocket, but she's not a murderer. So, as it goes with Ace Attorney games, the cases usually have like an outlay most people in court will say, yeah, this is quite obvious. They stabbed the cook with the fork. It's clear the fork was in his hand. He was there in the same kitchen. Guilty. Like, that's basically how court cases go, and then you have to prove them that this is all silly. And often the cases also do like weird turns of events when in the end you find out like it was actually not even like we thought in the first place. It went down and so on. In general, we call this also brain rot, mostly because they kind of repeat the same things a lot. And as well, often they're like, I'm so surprised that this evidence points to this. I didn't expect that. While everyone with some kind of logical thinking would be like, it was obvious the moment I saw this evidence. So yeah. As far as I also know, the first entry into this game series for the ancestor of Phoenix Wright is also a little bit like that. Like it's like a bit hard to get through the cases because of all of this. And apparently the next game is going to do this a lot better. But we shall see. And yes, welcome. I'm voice acting these people. Enjoy. And also, don't be surprised, this little girl here is 12 years old, a genius. And yes, I gave the girl a very deep voice. Well, I can only say, DM me. I hope you have like a website where you showcase kind of a portfolio. I'm not against to look into it. That's okay. Don't send me a Twitter link, though. X/Twitter I cannot access. Oh, Iris. A telegram. A telegram came, but it all said was wait at home. Oh yes, we asked of the policeman to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Bruno? By the way, our name is not Bruno. She makes up names. Poor Iris. She's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard to not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. That's what she says. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Yes, I'm afraid so. Let's converse. Events at Windy Banks. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windybank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes, I had a feeling. You did? Well, I saw all of those police carriages pulling up outside his shop. So I knew something must have happened there. When we entered Mr. Windybank's in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. It I'd really enjoy working for you, and also, you know my situation. That's why I'm currently looking for new projects. Is there something in my work that could inspire you or be useful for your own? Please let me know. Well, you can send me a DM on Discord if you have like a website or you want just to show me things you've made. Then I'm not against it to look at it. You can do that. But like I said, don't send me to Twitter because I cannot look at Twitter. Twitter still blocks everybody who has no account. They ran out on the street and I chased after them, but they got away. So, it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windybank, I suppose. I don't know, but that's not what the police believes at the moment. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as the prime suspect, you see. Gina. Jeannie? But why? Well, the thing is... No, Jeannie wouldn't do something like that. I agree. I know. None of us think she did it. Alright, I'll show you my previous work on Discord. There's no problem with that. Okay. Yeah, sounds fine. Then why have they arrested her? I'm sorry. There's nothing I could do. Let's go with this. I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the other two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? No! I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. This is all so horrible. The thing is, Mr. Windybank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no. And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards, don't tell me there was no one else in the room. Yes, exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Runo? Well? What can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. Sholmes' situation. So where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. I don't want to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to a hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Windybanks, a gun was fired, and he took the bullet. Hurley was shot? No. It's all right. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at Saint Sinus. Why? Why did they call it like that? I don't get it. Saint sinners. He said saint sinners. They're tending to him there. Why are you laughing? As if this name is ridiculous or something. I must see him. At once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. To operate? Oh, Hurley. It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Winterbank's shop. It was? They shot Mr. Sholmes when they disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop in the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them. Go! After that, I ran out into the streets, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Where's Susie, Bruno? She's still at the police station. Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there? Why aren't you there then? Well, didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later. Ah, I see. Besides, one of us has to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Grex agreed to leaving early. You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. Okay, she's 10, not 12. But I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me? Oh, yes. I would love to. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Let's move. A new location has been added. Um, Saints in a hospital. Woo! How is this voice changing happening? With my voice. I can speak like this and go down there. It's not too much of a problem. It's not a voice changer or anything. It's literally just me doing the voices. And yes, I can't pull off a British accent. So she is something between a British accent and an American accent. Hello, Gina. Why is she allowed to have a weapon in the prison cell? Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made. I wish she wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Genie. I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we're thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry? You erred. You lost. Don't be like that, Jenny. I know you didn't do it. You would never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh? You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me? I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me a chance... I hate this strange old English. And if saw me I wanna say a chance. And if... English. Read it? Okay? And if saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day or the week. Just to see what it could lay me hands on it, get it? That's the kind of person I am. But, Jenny. I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cop came by before and said he would be lawyer for me or the like, said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me anymore, obviously, if she tried. Why are you being like this, Ginny? Because she is an independent, metropolitan, modern woman. This is a joke, by the way, because this was like literally a character in this game who was like very proud of that. Legal representation. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? He wanted me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyways, the whole trial. They'll pin it on me cause I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it always been for me, growing up in the back slums, my whole life. If you do what grown-ups tell you, I get your mates dragged off by the coppers or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and early snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one, that's the point. Soon as you do, you're gone to grass, dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could. Forget it!
Ginny, don't you trust Rudo?
No, I don't. I think you'll end your stream after completing full 5 hours. Usually, yes. But it's not set, like in stone. Basically, I say always like I stream 3 times a week for 5 hours at least. But it's not so uncommon or rare that I often go beyond that. But in general, I can always say to people, yes, I'm going to stream for 5 hours. I think the worst I ever did was probably like 12 to 15 hours, and it was the same game. Because it was so interesting, I just did that. Yeah. So basically I did like voice acting for like 12 hours. That was fun. Funny enough, my voice didn't suffer the next day. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. What happened? Why do you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. They forgot it to pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke was walked in on me, and you know the rest.
But why, Ginny? Why would you do that?
Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff. If I could sell for a shilling or two. So are you planning to stream for 12 hours now? No. No. I just say that when I stream, I plan definitely to go for 5 hours, but if it goes beyond 5 hours, then that's very individual. If I have the time, if I'm invested in something, then it easily happens. But 12-hour streams are still a rarity. It just says like it happened, certainly. Diving ain't easy, you know? It's a lot of work, and half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? I could go for it, yes. But like I said, right now it's more condensed intentionally. If I get affiliate, I can then go back and stream more again. What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit or difference?
Please tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you, whatever it is.
Believe me? You don't daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. Oh no, I'm dropping into GAACs. That's not good. I shouldn't do GAACs. And you know what? When it comes to lies, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have.
What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
Why does Naruhodo keeps getting clients that wants to stay in jail? God. I don't know. It's weird. You'll become an affiliate soon, buddy. Well, thank you. It will happen at some point. What did you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna wanna question me now.
Jenny, please.
Oh yeah. I wanted to give you this, something to remember me by. Aw, it's a cat. Aw. A photo of a really adorable cat. Yes. Also, notice this snowman. This photo was taken in the corner section on the opposite of the street where our other friend who is now back in Japan lived. Yeah. I remember places. How do I do that? I don't know. I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point of me having it.
I wonder what little photo like that was doing in the pocket of that overcoat.
Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye.
Oh, Ginny.
White cat photograph and blah blah blah. That's not what I wanted. This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks like Wagahai. Wagahai is another cat that lives with us where we stay, which is a 3-colored male cat, which is rare, extremely rare, because 3-colored cats are usually only female. And when I speak of 3-colored cats, I mean red, white, blackish. Like these kind of breed cats are, by DNA wise, 99% always female. So it's really rare that it's a male cat in this game. I always thought that cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Of course they would. Maybe British cats are different. No. No. Okay, you have nothing else to say, so something on the backside then. Okay, it's another notice about the deposit. Deposited 1 small box. 10 shillings. Yeah. Look on the back of this print here. There's something written on it. Oh god.
13th February, 9 p.m. Article deposit 1 small box. Loan amount paid 10 shillings. Redemption deadline 13th April, 9 p.m.
So this photo is a redemption ticket?
13th February? That would be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it?
Interesting. So now we go back to other cases. Small box that doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Rona, if Mr. McGilded still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop?
Yes. If it's something Mr. McGilded deposited, we need to investigate. Okay. I don't think this is specifically something. Oh, it is? Mr. Windybank appears to have used the back of this photo to write out a redemption ticket. He's written it very neatly, but still, perhaps he ran out of paper, so had to use anything he had to hand. It's hard to know what's the front and what's the reverse side now. Okay. Well, let's go here. It's a Bobby. Oh, animations. Wow. Wow.
This is where it happened, and then last night?
That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables. Well, thank you, Bob. I shall do that. Whoop. Whoop.
But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of disturbance.
No, you're right about that, actually.
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking.
I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black. Oi, I heard that. Oh god, it's Greg's. Oh no. Okay, don't be surprised I'm speaking Greg's in a non-understandable accent at all. He's also American, which is surprising for a British person. Oh, Inspector. Good morning.
I suppose I'll have to thank you for the vision last night. We got the scene before it was disturbance. Shame you let two rooks get away, man.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I still don't understand any word you're saying.
I thought you would assign extra men to the beat around here, Grexy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty.
Yes, your leisure. No one told me you were coming.
I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the best medical care.
Yes, of course, your leadership. The very best doctors in the capital tending to him as we speak.
And I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
Absolutely, your leadership. I see, ma'am, I see.
Jesus. He's such a fangirl.
The chance of black is totally blameless. Everyone a creamy baby.
Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change.
Oh, where's my mayonnaise? Oh, it's thirsty and little. Perhaps you would like some nice refreshing too?
Holy shit, what happened to him? The heck? He's treating her like his daughter or something like that.
Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Grexy? I've some of my special herbal tea with me if you would like some.
Oh no.
Ah, lovely time very much. Never would hear the spoil lady.
I don't even recognize him like that. Oh no, we are going to talk with him. I feel so sorry for everybody who's just listening. So, how is the investigation going, Inspector?
I don't think you're very okay with this. There's some very definite evidence. But just about the church is the word I received last name for.
Gina? You're going to charge her?
Desiree should be able to bring him before church at Beers tomorrow.
Definite evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me.
Your ladyship, as much as I wish to play, I am free.
Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you?
What?
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
Hey, could you? Hey, could you please be needy?
I had a feeling, that's all.
Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested 2 men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you?
Well, yeah. They were really all pretty key, but it needs all be.
And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison?
It should be. It just should mean she hasn't moved the key from the jail car.
Why is this streamer so terrible at pronouncing words? Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition?
Siri, I'm not at liberty to divulge the information. Scaling my through confidential.
Well, I know he's being operated on at Saint Sinners.
I just can't take this seriously.
Why can't I see him? My family.
You know, that's not what she says.
I'm family, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, lady. It's a hospital person, no visitor at all.
Oh,
The bullet must have the to remember if he lost family.
oh no.
It don't seem to be the first answer. But the hemorrhage is there won't make even though your shows peeped in.
Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know.
Well, anyway, it's like an imagination right now. Take out the stupid bean.
But he will be alright, won't he? I'll be able to make him better.
This is pain. Yes, this is definitely pain.
Of course, the leadership. He's already rain before you need.
I never want to encounter in my entire life a person who talks like Greg's. Please. Like, that would be the worst.
Really? How do you know?
I don't know. I would give it because. Yes, because Mr. Show is such a great was right.
What? What did he even say? I better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again.
Oh dear. Please don't die, Hurley.
Everybody, leadership on moment here to see out operating theater.
What? Her ladyship. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector.
Wait, where's Shinshin?
Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris.
Which is Shinshin? I'm a copy with your good euphemism.
What?
But he's right, you do treat us differently.
It's because your adventure show stories this way.
Oh?
A cropping up Junior, Inspector Tibbs Gregson.
Oh, well, yes, because you are an acquaintance of Hurley's.
What did you write about the Inspector, Iris?
Oh, I don't remember really.
I was once of Shows land. Gregson just more to please cause louder. It's how I pity.
Oh, did I write that?
Hey, you know what? One line for me, eh? The very next meeting, debate Duber. Duber is it?
So he's in for the money, I get it. Oh, that's amazing.
And all because of Wyatt's reason. They already shared our stories. Have you shut a fan club for me?
Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me.
Candy Bum, taking the bone bed verb, the Stones changed the tune beat me. Fiction? Nah, the great detective was he's getting quite overrated these days. Think what happened to me since we came out in prayer? The whole thing gives me the words. I can't hit my knees the last word about it.
But that would never happen, Grexy.
Every month a new rains mirroring. My hands are trying to turn parted.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
Lily, did you, my man? Did really hate this money, Lizzie?
Okay, dear, my rest time is over, and I really enjoyed listening to your voice changing. I'm going to complete a client's work now. I'll wait for you. As soon as your stream ends and you're free, please add me to Discord, message me. I'll be waiting, okay? Okay, that's fine. Thank you for dropping in for the talk and the interest. Take care and good working on your job there. Thank you so much. I shall do that. Teetotal. Teetotal.
Oh yeah, there's something I was supposed to check about makes me nervous.
Yes. What is it?
I got an important message for you. Can't forget it, but no.
Try your stream. Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care. You as well. Thank you so much. What is teetotal? What he just said. I guess he means teetotal. But because she said something about Toad, about him, I'm not entirely sure. An important message. I wonder what it could be. Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
Yeah, but I would normally yes.
Dear Susie, is she alright?
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe.
Yes, overall, she is off.
Her head is off? Where? What happened? Why is this Alice in Wonderland?
Today she's what office you shimmered here.
But we know that. Ah, yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that.
One of the whipsticks took her to the college and finished question. But she asked herself she didn't have to fetch for the return. She needs to go to meet you there.
What a very important message.
She's got nerve using school as a boom messenger service.
I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector.
Why did Susie have to go to see the Lord Chief Justice, Spectacular Archangel, Morning Star, Supreme Lord, and Knuckles?
She didn't tell me. But I'd better be head over to the Lord Chief Justice, Spectacular, Shining Final Countdown, Kamehameha, and Knuckles' office to fetch her straight away. We do not want to talk to you. Go away. This is completely unimportant, it seems. Police are scouring every inch of this place by the looks of it. Instructions from the yard are being examined, every article in the shop and every ledger and book of accounts. In other words, you're fucked. Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're sifting through it all in shifts at least, but still, we'll be working through night. That's for sure. And even then we'll barely have scratched the surface. Crime in the pawnbrokers must be every policeman's worst nightmare. It's every cop's worst nightmare, you know? Crime in the pawnbrokers. Strange. That's what I thought.
Alright then, let's see what we can uncover.
Oi, what are you doing, Sensei? You can't get in there.
Oh, but we are hoping to investigate.
This is a crime scene. The Pete's taking attention.
What's the problem, Grexy? Bruno's a lawyer, you know that.
Oh, I was so sorry, you Lucy. I was so sorry, you Lucy. There's funny, Missy. Of course, Mr. Naru, you have to be properly approached, of course, of the matter.
The accused?
That's what I said, actually.
If you're good service, you put a space me. Are we on the top to nurse here, man?
Did you hear that, Rona? You need Ginny to sign some representation papers.
Looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paperwork is the only way. He's far too happy. Don't think we can do anything else here.
So then, what have we here?
Nede du tell of black people, brave handshift creation.
Her ladyship can do no wrong, though, I suppose.
If you don't want to be a lady, we need to represent them again.
Looks like presenting blah blah blah.
Nah, oh well.
But you literally tell me to go back to prison. Go back to prison. Back to prison with you. And can't do anything here. Fine, let's go to the Saint Sinners Hospital. Oh yes, that looks like a very comfortable. Just look at this, like very comfortable interior design. And here, yeah, it's like very nice. Hmm.
Early. Oh,
He's not.
he's not here.
No, that's strange. Doctor Strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she?
Oh, I know what's probably happened. Early was being a big baby and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home.
I'm not so sure about that, baby or not. There's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered.
Oh,
Hello, what do we have here?
I don't even know. Oh god. It's a Bobby.
This ward is off limits, no visiting, so what are you doing in here? Eh?
well, I have you know we're here. We are Hurley's next of kin.
Oh, what big me pardon then, ma'am, sir? A little lady, the curious Eastern gentleman, the great mystery solvers, a mysterious family, eh?
That's how you see us, sure.
Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he currently is in operating theatre, ma'am, undergoing extensive operation. I'm sure you can observe it from the top.
Extensive?
There's been several years since we went in.
Oh dear. Is he going to be alright?
Well, doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is.
Oh,
I have heard the report the gentleman claims we may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is.
Coffee acts as a mod in my chat, but also, I think coffee is also a blood thinner?
Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back for several years yet.
I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later.
Oh, well, early.
I don't even want to investigate this room. There's a notice board on the wall here. Look, let's see what it does say. Thought of the day: on seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform Matron.
Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this and like this that love to feast on all the medicine. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients.
Rats and mice? Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose.
But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear.
I certainly hope so, for Mr. Sholmes' sake. Yeah, what a great time to live in, right? This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed.
Poor Hurley.
I know. It looks stiff as a board, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't think that will bother him.
No?
I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world.
I think I would call the police if I discovered someone like that. I can attest to the fact that sleeping on the floor is not the most comfortable thing in the world, but you can do it. In fact, it's better to sleep with someone next to you that you can cuddle and nibble and just hold. Much better. Wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris?
Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries. To help them walk, you hold them under each arm you see.
Ah, right. Thought they were weapons some sort. They can be.
Why would there be weapons in a hospital?
There are knives and tools to cut people open. They all count as weapons. Most medicine is a weapon. I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and been brought here along with his weapons. Man,
That's surprisingly plausible.
and there is basically nothing else here. Let's go to the Lord Chief Justice, Supreme Lord, Overlord, Science, Superman, Batman, and Knuckles office. Coffee, are you a blood thinner? Yes! No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. And what now? If you are thinning blood thinner, because you are coffee. As far as I know, coffee is also a blood thinner. Is coffee siphon a blood thinner? Apparently coffee is not really a blood thinner. Is caffeine affecting anesthetics? Caffeine appears to have a significant effect on anesthetics, specifically shortening recovery time from general anesthesia, accelerating emergence from anesthesia, interaction with sedative anesthetic drugs. Yeah, to some degree, it's like effects on anesthetics.
Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal to feel oppressed.
How so?
I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you?
Maybe it thinks the same about you. So everything is clear in regards to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust, which I think the Lord Chief Justice, Supreme Lord, especially thank you so much, Lord Liechtenstein, Einstein, Supreme Lord, and Knuckles is. Yes, thank you very much. There they are, Susato-san and Lord Strongheart.
I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. Oh god, what voice did I give this guy?
Very good. There's nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. In a world where coffee is abolished, the last bean has been demolished. No doubt you have to do in preparation for your return to your homeland.
I wonder if she's called home because she's getting married into a family. There's a possibility for that. Wait, what did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susie! Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. What was that all about? Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why are we talking about Miss Susie's return to homeland? Her visa expired. After 2 months. Possible. But then why are we not sent home? And tomorrow?
Tomorrow. But what about Jeannie's trial?
You mean she's been formally charged now? Oh dear.
returning to our homeland. She didn't get a blue card, you know. Miss Susie, what's this all about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. I didn't tell you anything about this. Your life here can be... What? That's not what I asked. What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill.
Oh no.
Professor Mikotoba? If I'm wrong. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. Professor Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. You are not a professor. Small joke. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at the Yume University. I gave him certainly a different voice than that. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news. 10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. Girl, he collapsed with a fever, which means he's still in a fever after 10 days? He should be, actually, he's a demigod. He survived 10 days with a fever. The fuck? And it seems he grows weaker by the day. I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, or was it Kyoto? Oh well, they were both capitals. Takes some 50 days. Or, I believe Daddy can survive another 50 days in fever. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Susato's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. I believe this is happening. Gina's trial. So Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court. Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. No, not even 24 hours later? Listen, Susie. Whenever we speak about 24-something later, it's never gonna be good. You've seen the movies. 24 weeks later, 24 days later. You know, it's just not good. Gina? Ah, Lestrade's girl. The murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker. Yes. An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in panic. A pretty mid-crime. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases.
It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that.
Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, your lordship, Strongheart, Ultimate, and Knuckles. In deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. Off with her foot. But I have no recollection of admitting a child to my office. Leave now. Of course, Lord Strongheart Ultimate Double X and Recharge Dream Drop Distance and Knuckles. Criminals will tell the most palatable lies in order to evade justice. Justice? Japan is very obsessed with justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have 4 more serious matters with which to contend, like driving this country into poverty. Too soon? Serious matters? Didn't GAAC mention something like that yesterday? Yes, Inspector GAAC made a similar remark yesterday. It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not to remind you of that. Oh god, he has more to say. 3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me. There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart Ultimate Flabbergasted. Let's do the time loop again and Knuckles. Which is... It's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her. A timely suggestion. Sorry? The girl currently has no representation.
But that's not fair. Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those poor to afford a representation with a public defender. The accused need only to sign the relevant paperwork, and the defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Would she do that? A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison. We were already there. Well, yes, thank you. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. She specifically asked for less rights. Yes. What a day. Gina charged with murder. Susato-san about to leave. I just thought about this and like, tomorrow is the trial, right? And we're gonna be the defendant of Gina. And we need an assistant. We definitely need an assistant. And your first thought goes to, it's gonna be Iris. But no, it's not gonna be Iris. Of course it's not gonna be Iris. It's gonna be a cat. Because cats have the best assistant record of all time. So yes, it's gonna be Waga High, whatever his name is. Genius! Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But you cannot make haste. Haste is a spell that doesn't exist. Oh wait.
But Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do?
I can do that in 5 minutes. As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial system, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. I will travel 50 days on a ship in these clothes and nothing else. Not like I need any money in my own country to move somewhere or do something. Not at all.
I have everything I need. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can.
Thank you, Miss Susie. It's a very pensive look.
I think we ought to visit Gina first.
We were already there.
In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I just have to do what I can as a lawyer.
Lawyer.
Back to prison, I guess. Oh look, she's dead. Because she's not in the cell anymore. Oh. She's a ghost. She just appeared. Ah. Hello there. My name is Jedi. I mean, hello there. Again. Gina. You know what I expect in this court case? That the judge itself has a weapon, kills one of the juries, and then burns the evidence in front of everybody and goes like, I'm innocent. What are you lot here doing for now? I have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously.
I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I?
Look! Where? You can come as many times as you like, but you ain't got nothing more to say, do you? Or I can come many times.
Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I would like to say.
What?
I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell.
Eh? Farewell?
Tomorrow, I will cut off your head and burn your remains in front of everybody in court, and I will be free to go home and see my father, and then kick him in the shin if he survived that long. I mean, tomorrow I must begin my journey back home to Japan. I fear we may never meet again.
Oh, right.
I have had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable.
Susie.
Well, it ain't mean business.
Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them.
Yeah, that's right. I can't. What of it?
It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you.
What? It's my fault?
Yes. So I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now. Susie Job.
It would be funny. She could literally take her arm and drag her through this giant opening. By the way, speak of this giant opening, why is it there? Like, Most people could just crawl out of this. She could crawl out of this. What kind of prison is this? I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Eh? Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be. What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths.
What about what you said before, Genie? You said something about unforgivable lies.
You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about the trial? The one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted? Case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now? Wow. Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilded was declared innocent. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about the whole bunch of stuff. I knew it. What sort of thing did you lie about? It was aiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubbyhole. You couldn't see a thing. And then I heard a loud thud, like some falling on the floor. That was when Mr. McGilded discovered you? Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. They very much like to see Bear, but when I looked at me and I had the calf's blood all over me, all over him. He was so scared, he couldn't even speak. You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight. Then Mr. McGilded started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were and why you were hiding under the seat. Yeah, he did. Only, that's not all. What do you mean? I mean, he threatened me. Threatened you? How? He made me swear about what he'd seen and what he'd heard. and what he was gonna do after the cove was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he would let me Scarper before the coppers showed up. Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. What you saw. You said Mr. McGilded made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Yes, with Mr. McGilded sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of the cough hitting the floor. I let out a scream, you see. Couldn't help it. McGilded heard that and dragged me out by me arm, and that's how I saw it. It was the floor next to the old geezer who had been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny. Aha. A disc? Do you mean? Yeah, that's it. The one what the deed took off me at the Windy Banks. So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus. Not for long, McGilded spotted it straight away. He picked it up, smote it and stuffed it inside his pocket. So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago, at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder. And the book Trotter told me it weren't to mutter a word of it to no one. What you heard. 'Cause it was dark under the seat in the cab. It was straining me ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the footstep inside the cabin. Presumably that was Mr. McGilded getting on board. Nah, not only him. Oh? 'Cause I definitely make it the footstep of 2 people. In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilded and the victim, the Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilded claimed he slept during the carriage ride. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with the feast tiredness, and I always succumb to it. And your own testimony, Gina, supported this. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Yeah, that one exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear them talking the whole time in low voices. What? What were they talking about? Sorry, I do know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilded and the victim knew each other. So McGilded was lying, as I suspected. After the event, I knew it weren't going to take long before someone raised an alarm that the bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to stop, McGilder told me to hide on back under the seat again. He climbed in and waited. The two calves from up top ran off to get the coppers. Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right, after they had gone, McGilder asked Trevor to do him a favor. A favor? And now then, fella, what I need you to do is to take this goat of mine and deposit it in a nearby pawnbrokery. And for your troubles, let's see now, I'll give you 10 guineas. The first time we actually see the guy's eyes on the right side. Nearby pawnbroker? You mean Baker Street? Yep, you got it. It was Windbangs. The coach snapped up the money and ran off to pop his coat as fast as he could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. McGilder opened up box under the seat and let me out of there, but without conditions. But not without conditions. I see. What were McGilder's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling us all, not for anything about what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. There's more? Hi, Bob. God damn, Bob. Weren't you here like 20 minutes ago? Damn, son. Thank you, Bob. Stretchies, you say? Okay. Yeah, this the most important thing, he said. I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me with some small change in his hand. Oh, that's what Mr. McGilder says, huh? And now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? At all? You ask him going to pop your weasel, right? Aye. The fiend's taking me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker hereabouts. And I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand? What? You want me to have the ticket? That's right. I'll come fetch it from ye later, sometime within the next 2 months. Yeah, hang on to it until then, is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it. Alright then. And in case I might happen to be late at all, you go to the pawn shop, Windybanks, so it is, and you're to extend the loan afore the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited and any old fiend could come along and pay it. But it ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now. If you go against me... Yeah, I get it. Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now on, you'll be visited by the police, I have no doubt. The coppers? Aye. 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 They'll come asking you to take stands in court to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What it is that you may say and what it is you won't. Blackmailing. After it gone all over it, piked it. Got as far as way away from there as it could. He hit the barn, broke a stick in some bushes near the scene. Went to fetch it next day once it got dark. So Mr. McGill planned it. And coerced Gina into giving false testimony. Oh my god. I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? He laid in that big old courtroom. It took some caucus. The thing is, he would make it so we couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what God threatened me with.
What a wicked man.
He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew he had no one to look after us, and as we all just looking for each other out, getting by together. So, you mean Mr. McGilded would have? In a heartbeat, he could have had a lot of us chased out or there if he wanted. And then we would have gone. And then where could we have gone? Nowhere. That's where. So, I didn't have a choice. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But I'm for it now. Go admit it. You must believe it. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. A favor? What? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? Scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see. You what?
Early's been having a big operation right now, Ginny.
Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Sholmes is gonna be alright, right? 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 That's why I want to investigate, for Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign the bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it? Something like that. Miss Susie? Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here. He don't need no one to stick up for me though. No lawyer, nothing. Ah, you can close that part. Okay, I get it. Still, despite that you can close that part, it's strange because there's like no actual lock mechanism for that part. We put the locking mechanism inside the jail cell. So if prisoners ever feel like to have a little bit more air, they can open that section. They certainly won't use it to escape or anything.
Poor Genie. She seems so lonely.
Gina's representation papers, blah blah blah, Mr. Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Windybanks now. I, the undersigned, agree to legal representation by the lawyer named here under in regard to the following incident. Gina Lestrade, murder of Baker Street pawnbrokery, blah blah blah, us. There's nothing to move around, it's just a piece of paper.
Yes, and perhaps we can come back to visit Ginny when we're done here. Looking how she sleeps on this unbearable bed. Just watch silently and watch her and go like hee 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 hee.
You are creepy, child. Stop it. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows what... no one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means that Inspector Greggs can't stop us from investigating at Windybanks. Although something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. Greggs! Tasty Greggs. Greggs is a bakery in the UK. Or something like that. It's like fast food, but it's actually good. Apparently. I don't know. I never had Greggs.